All right, this video is for AP Statistics. We have one more topic that we want to talk about, which is inverse normal calculations. It's the last thing that I left out, so I feel bad about that, but we're going to get it in today. For this, you are going to need your formulas sheet. Hold up, let's see. I actually want, there we go, now I'm in it. Okay. You want this formula sheet that I had you download/print. I will allow you to use this on the test and any test coming up. What we're interested in is this table from our normal calculations video. We saw how to use this to calculate probabilities or percents underneath normal distributions. So what we're going to be doing, I've got a Khan Academy practice problems that we're going to be looking at. Now, this whole website here, I'm on the last one here, the normal calculations in reverse. We're talking about inverse normal distributions is what we're doing. We're going to be, let me grab my Moby. We're going to be solving some questions. I'll pause the video and put this link in the video so that if you want to come in here and check out some of these practice problems, you can. All very good. But let's go ahead and look at this question. It says the distribution of resting pulse rates of all students at Adams High School is approximately normal with a mean of 80 and a standard deviation of 9 beats per minute. So even in this question, I'm going to pull up my whiteboard here. Okay, perfect. This is going to work great. Actually, I'm going to use my little pen on here. So we'll do this. So we're going to draw a normal distribution. Doesn't have to be perfect. We know that the average heartbeat is 80, and we know that we're going to go up by 9 at a time. So we get 89, 98, and then 107 is the upper deviations. We're going to go this way. We're going to go down by 9, so that's going to be 71. We're going to have, we go down another 9, so that's 63. Another 9 is going to be 54. Okay, so we want to know only students whose resting pulse rates are in the lower 40% are eligible to join the weightlifting club. Okay, so where is that lower 40%? Well, we know from here over is 50%. So we know that it has to be below 80 at least. But we know that from here over is going to be 16%, right? So we know that this percent has to be somewhere in here. If I'm going to draw a dotted line, it should be somewhere in there. So we need to find that value. So this is where the inverse normal calculations come in. We know that from here over should be 40%. So we're going to work backwards. That's why they call it in reverse here. And we're going to be using this formula sheet, and we need to find where the area to the left, this percentile is what we want. The percentile is 40%. So we're going to look through all of these. Well, you notice these are too big. These numbers are too big. This is 50% here is at z equals 0. So we want to go to our other table. We're going to know that this is going to have to be a negative z-score. So we need to find 40%. So we're going to scan through here. 42 goes up. So here's 42 again, 41, 40, 90. We're trying to get as close as we can. So here is a really close one. This is almost exactly 40%. And we're looking, or you're deciding between these two. Well, which one's closer? This is 26 or 0.0026 away. This is 0.0013 away. So we're going to go with this number. So that is negative 0.2, go up, negative 0.25 is what we're looking at. So we're actually going to write that down on here. We know that this occurs at z equals negative 0.25. So we know that if we can convert the z-score into a value, we'll get the heartbeat that we want. So let's do that. So we know that z-scores are equal to x minus mu over sigma. So in this case, I know that it's negative 0.25 equals, well, x is what we're trying to find, and we're going to subtract the mean, which was 80, over the standard deviation of 9. So we're just going to do inverse operations. So I'm going to do, we want 0.25 times 9, negative 0.25 times 9. So that's negative 2.25 equals x minus 80. So we're doing a little bit of algebra here. And then we're going to add 80 to both sides. So we want plus 80. So that gets us 77.75. Now let's see which one is closest. So it says, it doesn't look like it's rounding, or maybe it is. What is the maximum resting heart rate? So it looks like it's 77. Looks like the best answer. Check that. Got it correct. Cool. So then there's several questions in here that we can practice with. So now we want to do top 30%. And this will be my last example. Of course, if you want to come in here and work the rest of these on your own, you can. So, but I'm going to go back up here. We want top 30%. So top 30%, well, we know that this direction is 50% again, and again from here over is 16. So once again, it has to be in this section here. So we're trying to find this area. We want this to be, let me draw that blue actually. We want this area here that is the top 30%. Now, if I go back to my table, we're gonna do the exact same process, except it's just slightly different. If I go to 30%, let's find that. It looks like this is gonna be at negative 0.52. There's an issue. Is that z-score negative 0.52? Remember, z-scores are distance from the mean. Since it's negative, if it were negative, we would expect it to be on the left side, but this is on the right side. So here's the problem. Remember that these only show percentiles. And since this question is asking for the top 30%, what we really want, if I'm going to write this in here, we want the 70th percentile. So that's how you always need to be thinking about these questions. If it says top percentages, you're always thinking in terms of percentiles because that's how this formula sheet is shown. So we want to find 0.7 on here. 0.7, we want 70%, so let's find that. So here, we're getting close here, 19, okay. So here, look at these, the difference, this is 0.0015 away, this is 0.0019, so this is actually a better estimate, so it's 0.52. And you'll notice how that's the direct opposite of what we had done on the negative version, okay? So we're gonna get, we have 0.52, so we know that z equals 0.52. So let's go ahead and solve it again. So 5.2 equals, we have x, which we're trying to find, minus 80 over 9. I have written this wrong. It's 0.52. Okay, so 0.52. Okay, now we're going to have to multiply by 9, add 80, just like we did in the last one. So 0.52 times 9 plus 80. So we're going to get x equals 84.68. Okay? And that should make sense. In here it's between, we know it's between 80 and 89, so 84.68 is going to be the correct answer. Let's see what options we have. 84.68. It looks like B is going to be the best choice. Let's check it. Okay, we got it. And then it's can ask you all types of questions. We get a new scenario here, same type. So I'm going to put this link. I've already, hopefully, I think at this point I've linked this in the video, so you can practice a few of these on your own if you need to get that skill down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video.